diamonds, and welcome to Darlia's Dreams. This is season 1, episode 2. I really want to thank you all for the support so far with the intro and with the first episode. Certainly appreciated. Keep those ideas coming. Please remember, like us, subscribe. We are now on Spotify. Want to let everyone know that due to popular demand, we are now on Spotify. Also, thank you so much for your emails. And what I determined from your emails is some of you really wanted to hear from me. So we have some other guests, of course, lined up. We'll be hearing from someone that's done everything from firefighting, construction, owning their own business, real estate. We have lots of people lined up for this summer. We have some authors coming on the show. But people wanted to hear from me. So I will set the stage here, and we're going to go pretty deep with this one. People said, why did you start your own podcast? What's going on with you? So, we're really in a state where we're coming out of COVID. We've been in COVID for a while, and we're just now starting to get out and about. And, during that year and a half or so that we were in COVID, I had a lot of issues. Of course, we all did. We all had, and I'm not saying mine's greater than anybody else's by any means. I am very thankful that we did not lose a close family member to COVID, and I know that some of our listeners did. So heartfelt with you, and all of our thoughts and prayers go to you. However, during COVID, other than the strange situation that we were in, I was going through a few things. First of all, in addition to COVID, I was going to be laid off from the job that I'd been in for about 12 years. And I don't know if you know my situation or not, but I support the family financially. So that was a little stressful. Had about 90 days, a little over 3 months every day. I thought I was losing my job. I was able to change my LinkedIn into looking for opportunities, and I was very blessed with the feedback that came that way. And I found a new job, and then my old job decided to keep me, but I had already fallen in love with a new job. So I did change positions during the COVID phase. Also, I had some personal family struggles that, we won't dive too deeply into those. I need all family members on board before any of those are talked about. And really kind of lost my way along COVID. And I'm a social person, so I certainly depend on a lot of that interaction that I wasn't able to get because we were in the house. Of course, I was very happy to have my family here with me, but, had to reach out via telephone and not a lot of personal contact. And, it took some tolls on me, I will say. The elephant in the room, and not me particular, but I did gain quite a bit of weight during the COVID year and a half. And I'm not going to tell you the number because I don't believe that females should be described by any type of number, whether that's their age, their weight, their income, etc. But, it was a significant number. So that's, and I really said, hey, I'm kind of losing my connection with myself. And although just getting through that time period was hard enough, and I will say that every day was a struggle, and I really am appreciative. And I know today's Father's Day, and hopefully we get this posted this evening so it posts for Father's Day. But what really got me through a lot of that is taking some great advice that my dad gave me years ago when I was going through some things, and I was just running down the list of everything that was happening, all the things that were wrong. And he really taught me a trick that I've taught to others and I've used many times throughout my life. And it's, we can use our brains like a filing cabinet. And what we can do is we have to separate all of our multiple problems, put them in an individual file, and close the drawer sometimes and take them out one file at a time and start dealing with those. So, that's kind of where I am right now. And the podcast was in a file, so I was excited to see it. So that's certainly why we got started with the podcast. And then some other things are in the file. Other than the podcast, one of the main things I want to cover is really try to get back to my mind and body connection and getting to know myself a little bit, just because as women, we are very well known for focusing on other people and putting other people's needs and priorities above our own. So, wanted to get to know, hey, what do I need? What am I looking for? And so I've joined a group, the Fabulous Collective. It's for mid-aged women that are on the rise. So, one of our assignments this month was to, find an alter ego, someone that's really kind of a badass woman that when we need to tap into that person, we can. And I've struggled with that because I really don't know anymore that fits that category. I don't know anyone that fits that category more than myself. But I was at the grocery store today, and I would like to give a shout out and thank you for Cher. I saw this magazine in the grocery store today. This is Cher at 75. And so, although she might be a pop artist, and I certainly think of myself as a little more rock and roll, but what I was looking through the magazine and really, I was looking at Cher and Cher's mother, and then it reminded me that, hey, I'm from a line of badass women myself, from my grandmother, my mother, my aunts on both sides of the family, my daughters. So, it's really leaning into that spirit, and getting to know ourselves, what we like, what we don't like, setting boundaries with ourselves and other people. So mind and body connection is something that I'll be focusing on. I'm also doing a 7-day midlife reset. I start that in the morning. It's the journey back to you. Star Monroe puts this together. So I will be giving a post every day about what I've learned or what I'm looking into for the next 7 days. So it's really just a journey back to myself. When I think of myself as a younger girl, I certainly had no fears whatsoever. And as we go through life and society tells us what we should and shouldn't do, and they put different labels and parameters on us, I think that we all become a little jaded by that. So I want to find that brave young girl that was Darlia, that wasn't afraid to go and do anything. And I want to tap into her and really enter my next phase of life with a bang. Although my fizzle never went fully out, I think that I can always do better. So looking forward to that. I believe, and my cousin's daughter posted this on her social media this week, and I won't say any names until I get permission to do that, but she said, always a work in progress, and certainly I think that speaks for all of us, and I hope that we are all works in progress, because I think the minute that we stop being that, we really stop living our best lives. So, the first thing I'll be focused on is that mind-body connection, getting to know myself a little bit better. Now, that's number one. Number two that I'm focused on is weight loss. Now, everybody just pause and take a deep breath, because I've done weight loss every way known to man. I've done every program, I've done every shot, every diet pill, and hey, guess what? It all works. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay off. So this time I want to look at a weight loss journey from a different perspective. I don't want to do the quick fix. Although if you have one that'll last forever, let me know. Hit me up on my DMs or send me an email to darliasdreams@gmail.com. But I want to look at it from something that serves me. I want to look at it from health reasons. I have an autoimmune disease and psoriatic arthritis. So my body lets me know what is good and what is not good for me. I certainly know that gluten is not my friend. When I am gluten free, I do much better. I just naturally lose weight and I feel better. My joints ache less. And if I have a piece of bread, I don't automatically go into a flare. But if I have bread every day for a few days in a row, a week or so, then yes, it's going to flare. What I want to do on this weight loss journey, though, is be kind to myself the entire way, not stress about it. And normally on my weight loss journey, I'll just be real honest with you. I would not have started this podcast or any show until I removed all those extra pounds that were put on during COVID. But this time, it's really not about the weight, quite honestly. I think I look beautiful at any size, and thank God my husband does too. But it is about health, it is about going forward, feeling comfortable in my skin and my clothes, and knowing that I'm in it for the long haul and I want to be around for a while. So that's number two. So we've got the mind and body connection, getting to know myself, weight loss that I'm working on. We've talked about the podcast, and really number three is celebrating life, celebrating myself, and continuing to push myself every day to grow outside of my comfort zone. However, know where my limits and my boundaries are. And that doesn't mean keeping myself small or not trying things that push me. It means if I've been going really hard for 5 days, hey, I might need a day of rest. I might need to take some time to focus on myself. I might need a 10-minute meditation. Just because I've been working doesn't necessarily mean when the work day's over, I can run full speed with the family. I can go out, celebrate, have fun, get no rest, and still keep going. So it's really, celebrating myself, putting myself first. It sounds selfish, but believe me, it is not. Even if the airplane starts to go down, they tell you have to put your oxygen mask on first before you can help other people. And I'm generally all about helping other people. So it's how can I do that better? And I can do that better if I'm coming at it from a healthier, happier situation. Celebrating yourselves means, getting back to yourself. What makes you happy? Is it playing dress up? Is it wearing different clothes? Is it, we've got to have more play in our lives. Not saying don't work hard, because I certainly do work hard pretty much every day of my life, but I also like to find some time to have some fun and to play and to get to know my family. So really, those are the things I'm working on that are new, and I hope that they have been of interest to you. If you want to know more about any of them, please just let me know at darliasdreams@gmail.com. Don't forget, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. Be sure and subscribe and like on YouTube. I know that that's hard. And then again, look forward for all of our guests coming up. If you are trying anything new, big, small, indifferent, then send me a message and let's get you on the show. And we'd love to follow you through your journey. I'll certainly be giving you updates on my journey and where I am and how I'm doing. And again, a big shout out to Cher, and glad I saw this in the grocery store today. So if we could all look like that at 75, hey, if some of us could look like that in our 50s, it would be great. But, it's the energy of Cher, not necessarily the age of Cher, because she certainly has access to a lot of plastic surgery and doctors that some of us may or may not have, but it's really that energy. So, before I close out, I do want you all to think about energy, and I'm certainly going to be doing some energy work here on the show. And as we near the summer solstice, we have the most daylight that we'll ever have of any time of year. So it's a great time to think about what we would like to manifest within the universe, things we want to bring more of into our lives. So I've got my list here. I want you to start a list, all my listeners, and really things that you would like to have more of, whether it's play or happiness or money. Start making your list, start making your plan on how you're going to get there. And if you're trying something new and want us to talk about it, then please reach out to us. I hope you all have a great day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And we will be talking to you real soon. Thank you. Bye.